Hello and welcome to episode 20 of VocTer Gaming. I am your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain, and we are here with Game 2 of the Blizzcon 3-game series show match between mouz.ThorZaIN and dignitas.NaNiWa. We are on the GSL, or the MLG rather, version of Metalopolis, which means no close rush distance anymore. So, spawning kind of to the east is the blue Protoss, dignitas.NaNiWa, and spawning up at the north is the red Terran, mouz.ThorZaIN. Now, what I mean by close rush distance, for those of you who don't know, on the Blizzard version of the map, players can spawn here and here. What that means is you can run down this ramp, run all the way up this little path, and attack here in about 5 seconds. So if you are Zerg, you lose. So close rush distance has been disabled on here. You still have the close air positions, as we see the players in, where you just have this small gap that you can send air units across. So it'll be interesting to see if either player goes for the air. Banshee openings are very, very effective from the Terran, because you can just get right in here and attack this very, very easily. And the same, you quite often see the Void Ray openings from the Protoss. But right now, as we see, things are very, very standard. NaNiWa taking the gas, building his first gateway. mouz.ThorZaIN building his barracks. We'll be interested to see if he goes for the gas or if he chooses to fast expand. The 1 rack's fast expand can be very good on this map, as you have the fairly long distance for the Protoss to reach your base. I just want to give a few shout outs as well. I want to give a shout out to the greatest Yu-Gi-Oh player in the world. No, I am not talking about the fabled John, I am talking about referee Lance Lenehan from Future Shock. Thanks for watching, Lance. I know you've been watching these videos and giving me some good tips and comments. So thanks for that. Hope you continue. Yes, as we see, the 1 racks expand from ThorZaIN. Very, very good opening. Very good economy from that. And if we go into NaNiWa's base, we see the Cyber Core. Still only 1 gas. ThorZaIN only sees that 1 gas so far. We'll be interested to see whether or not he chooses to show him the 2nd gas. Chooses not to. Very interesting. Normally, when you only see the 1 gas, you know a 4-gate is coming. But I don't expect a 4-gate because he's built the Nexus. He's built a fast expand. And I believe ThorZaIN saw that. I was too busy talking about 4-gates to check. Yes, ThorZaIN does know that that expansion is going down. Still only the 1 gas. Not the most unusual for non-Korean players, as ThorZaIN now takes both of his gas and is building a 2nd barracks. Also building the bunker for defence, like we saw last game. Very, very good. Always handy to do against the Protoss, even when you think he's fast expanding, because he could potentially have cancelled this. So you can never be 100% sure. 2 more gates going down now, but still no 2nd gas. That's very interesting. That's very late on that 2nd gas. Most Korean Protosses like to get both very, very early, because everything on the Protoss costs gas, other than Zealots, and Zealots are useless. Well, not useless, you know, they do tank damage well, and they can kill Zerglings, but that's pretty much all they are good for. This command center now morphing into the orbital command, and a 3rd barrack, so it does seem like we're going to get the very, very bio-heavy play that we saw from the last game. This is a much better map for it. It means this base here will be very, very vulnerable to being dropped, as will this base. These bases down here, not so much. As NaNiWa continues to expand, these will be fairly safe from drops, although you can send things... Oh, excuse me. Cross map. I do apologise, it's very early and my stomach is not always the most settled. So NaNiWa here, putting a pile on here. This will allow him to warp units in and attack very well, as we see this group of Stalkers now moving into attack, warping in another round of units. This bunker should hold it off. With the 3 racks, 1 reacted, producing units, we should be fine. Getting stim pack up research now. Everything just kind of holding off at the moment. NaNiWa's going to be warping in one more round of units, as you see another Zealot and a Stalker coming in, and now he's going to push in for an attack. As we see him, he will take down this bunker very quickly. Needs to get the repair on, doesn't repair in time, instead using the SCVs now as a wall to tank. Will he hold here? This could be really bad for ThorZaIN. But it does seem like he's done okay. He's killed all the Zealots, but the Zealots are just there to tank the damage, and he does not have the units yet to fight back. Is building more. Doesn't want to lose this command center. This could be very, very bad. Using the SCVs to tank, but he does not have enough units. He does not have enough Marauders at the moment, forcing him to pull more SCVs from here. This is really bad for ThorZaIN. ThorZaIN was unprepared for this level of attack. Needs stim to finish, but it's so far away yet. Only at 135, still going to get all the way to 170. Combat shield is being upgraded, and a bunker is being built here. Could snipe that SCV potentially, but nope, the Zealot again going down. But the Zealots doing their job in tanking the damage, forcing ThorZaIN to pull nearly every SCV off the line. This is so bad. But again the Stalkers pull back, waiting it to warp in another round of Zealots like we see here. This bunker is now finished, does have 2 Marauders inside, that will help, but he can stand outside the range of that and attack this orbital command. Needs to pull the Zealots back, that would have been silly losing Zealots there. Good control there from NaNiWa. And if we just hop to his base, we see 3 more gateways going down now. This is an incredible early pressure, this is doing so well. As expected, that 1 gas opening, still as far as I'm aware only on the 1 gas. This is too exciting to move away from to check. Concussive shells now going down. Stim is finished however. Stim is finished, which should be enough for him to take down what's left here. Has to be very careful with these Stalkers, they are so fragile at this stage of the game with Marauders out. Combat shield now finishes, meaning these Marines are going to survive longer. Once concussive shell is done, those Stalkers are not going to be able to escape as effectively. More Zealots coming in now, 4 Zealots and a ton of Stalkers. This is such a good early pressure. This is not designed to kill ThorZaIN, this is designed to make him continue to pull SCVs to repair this and essentially spend money that he doesn't have because he's pulled SCVs here. So you see the Ghost Academy down now for ThorZaIN. That is a good way to go. As I said last game, against a Protoss like this, if you're going to go bio, you need to get those Ghosts out. You need EMP, you need Snipe. Snipe can snipe the High Templars before they attack. NaNiWa now dropping pylons, allowing him to warp in even closer, which says to me that he wants to try and go for the kill move now. But I think it may be too late. He will lose all these Stalkers now. Needs to run away with them. Loses another one because of that concussive shell. Is warping in sentries now. Did force field that ramp, and ThorZaIN needs to be careful that he doesn't get trapped up this ramp. Now if NaNiWa had just built these sentries a little bit earlier, he could have come down, force fielded this ramp and destroyed this base and all its SCVs. Instead chose to go for the simple pressure. Again, these pylons here are going to allow him to warp in units very effectively. Is now dropping the second gas in his base, which says to me he's now going to transition away from this. As you see, is just building Zealots to tank, which says to me that this is going to be one of the last attacks here. Both men still fairly even on the food count, but NaNiWa managing to do so much damage. If we go to the units lost tab, we see 49 units lost from NaNiWa to 67 of ThorZaIN. Very good pressure there. This pylon is going to go down to this 1 Marauder. It does look like that attack has been stymied at the moment. This probe is going to sit up here. I don't think this SCV will see it. So potentially he could come and drop yet another pylon. But now, back in the base of NaNiWa, let's look at what we've got. We've got 1 forge now building. We've got 6 warp gates. We've got both gas up now. 2 more gas here. This is going to be a full-scale move away from the 4/6 gate attack that we just saw, which was a very, very good pressure on ThorZaIN. Again, not designed to kill him, but designed to just force him to make units. It forced him to stop teching. He built the Ghost Academy and then built absolutely 0 ghosts for a long, long time. In fact, still is not producing any ghosts just yet. The factory now going down and the starport. This factory will lift off immediately. We'll see the same thing as we did last game with the reactor starport. He will potentially use this factory to scout into the base of NaNiWa. What you can do is you can float the factory over here, and it will die, but that's fine because you've already built the starport, and you will get a good look at the base. The engineering bay is up, always good, but does not have the money to start upgrades yet because of the pressure that was going on here. A missile turret now going down. A pylon was dropped here, but he has noticed it. There will be no attacks from that angle. This pylon, however, is still here, this forward pylon from NaNiWa.